Okay, so we are going over a game shared with me by a fairly new member. Goes by Cheap Subway on our chess club Discord. He says, "Hello, this is a game I played during my middle school chess tournament, which he won, and he was wondering if I can analyze the game. And his rating at the time was 1393. He typically plays rapid games, and he was playing against 1600. And he enjoys my TikToks as well. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Cheap Subway. So, and he was playing white in this game. All right. So we're gonna look at this game by Cheap Subway. As you guys know, every now and then I do analysis videos for members in our Discord. If you'd like to join it, you can find it in the description of the YouTube video. Okay. So with further ado, let's go jump into it. So he plays the Queen's Pawn opening. Let's see, what does his opponent do? Okay. So the Queen's Pawn back. Offers Queen's Gambit. Okay. Normal development here. All right. Okay. So, yeah, if you didn't already know, that's kind of a typical idea here where black doesn't take this pawn until after this bishop has moved. Figuring that if once he moves, you take, and then the bishop's going to have to move twice anyway. Typical idea that we see pretty often in these lines. All right, so there's no issues. This is pretty equal position. Black is already castled, developed two pieces. White will be castling soon. White probably might have a slight edge, but nothing critical. Developing. Of course, getting ready to encounter the bishop, or even play to bishop to a6, offering a trade of this bishop. Castling. All right, activating the rook. We can. Oh, okay, that's an interesting move. All right, so you're playing here, controlling the central squares. Okay. I'm thinking about it. I paused here because all of a sudden when you move that pawn, you got to recognize, and I'm sure you did, but this pawn becomes a little bit looser, but it is protected. And I'm trying to see what the idea is. So maybe you're looking to play d5 next or e5 next. I'm trying to control some more space on their side. Okay. And I like their move, playing c5. I love seeing c5, challenging the center. And, potential moves like this coming in, activating the rook if this ever gets traded off. All right, you develop your bishop. I'd be curious what the idea is if you were thinking, okay, I got to develop this piece, or what's the idea here? You're controlling these squares, yes, but my concern is, okay, he might attack my bishop and just trade off. I'm not sure where else you could put it. I mean, maybe here. That's the only place that only other option I would think. Okay. All right, so he takes, you take back. Okay. If you're watching this, I would pause the video and see what issue I have with this move. A tactical idea for black to. I'm just double checking here. Yeah, to have a winning advantage. So you gotta be careful with this, because of this fork idea, attacking the knight and the bishop. Okay, what actually happened? Okay, yeah. So they missed that, but I'm trying to double check, make sure I'm not just saying stuff here. So if they play here, attacking this fork, I'm pretty sure that just wins material. Yeah. So you gotta be really careful about that. I was thinking you were gonna take back with the queen, because if you play here, you would just take back and be okay. Okay. All right. But they didn't do it, so good for you. All right, you push the pawn. Okay. All right. Yeah, I would prefer to have my pawn here, restricting the knight from coming back this way. Yeah, I'm with it. Okay, so you're like, all right, you're saying like, okay, here we go, some rook lift. We're going to be attacking on the king side. All right. He moves his knight back. I think for me, as someone who's not really looking too deeply into this game, I would have liked to move the rook first before moving the knight, so that the rook's not kind of trapped in the corner there. But it looks like he is planning to probably move this knight again soon. But, in the meantime, he'll be blocking his bishop. That's just my thought on that. All right, and meanwhile, you're like, okay, I'm going for your throat. I'm trying to checkmate you. Okay. And he, he tickles the rook. You move it. All right, so he's trying to trade pieces. Okay. I'm trying to think, do I want to trade pieces? Probably not. I think probably keep the, well, not initiative, really. Keep the tension here. Maybe for the move like this, and if he trades off, I have 2 pieces on his king side. Oops, sorry. Oh, okay, so you were like, what was the time control? I think you said it was a rapid game. You're like, I want you now. Okay. I'm not sure if there's a lot of ways to defend that, to be fair. Obviously, he can't take. So I like the tactical idea. I like the tactical idea that, okay, he can't take this piece, which looks, is very loose. He can't take this piece, which is very loose, because you're threatening a mate. And he can't even really attack your queen because you're threatening a mate. So, I mean, this is an option. Going back, you would just lose material. Well, would you take... Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that. This would be scary. Okay, so yeah, that's what happens. Take. All right, so he's saying, yeah, this is too much pressure. He's relieving it. Yeah. Attacking the pawn. Yeah, why not? I guess my first thought is like, okay, this is the piece that's not in the game right now. I'm also thinking about this square. It looks really nice for my pieces. Because I'm thinking of imagining my knight here, maybe. I'm not sure if it's really doing anything. But it seems nice as a thought. Attacking the pawn makes me think he can... Well, okay, I see. Now I'm looking at it a little bit closer. Here, he doesn't really have a good way to protect it because you're going to pick up a piece, right? Okay. I think for me, I could go either way with this. I could go the way you went, or I'd be trying to race here, even though I don't pick up the pawn. Oh, yeah. Okay, so he decides to hold that pawn to lose this pawn, which I don't agree with. I think that just kind of just makes the whole position collapse. I think he should have just let this pawn go. All right, so you're pretty much, trading things off. All right, so I like that. So he basically has to take back, right? Yeah. So at this point, it's like, what do you do? Yeah, black is pretty much shattered here. If he did not take, there's really not a lot of good options here because you're in line with the king and you're attacking the rook at the same time and you're threatening this. Oof. That was a great tactical idea. Yeah. I mean, what else do you do? Okay, so you're really like, you're an attacking player. You're like, okay, I am going for you. Okay. Now does this not just lose a... Well, can you take with the rook? Yeah. Wait, hold on. Why not try to take this? Am I missing something? Before that, I guess. Here. Oh, oof. Nice. Nice. Yeah, okay, so runs into a problem that, you wouldn't, this kind of foresight wouldn't really occur. But moving this rook first, like I mentioned earlier, before putting that knight back, would have kept the rook in the game. But, it might have opened up to other tactical issues as well. All right, so yeah, that knight can't be touched. You're bringing your other rook in the game, so the only piece that's not really doing anything. And I'm not sure what that does. I don't think that does anything. Yeah, and mate's coming. Okay, they resigned here, it looks like. Or this is all the notation I had. Nice game. There was some definitely very interesting tactical moments. I think the only notes I really have for you is just to watch out for those like center fork tricks. right? Um, where he took this, and your only choice was really to take back with the queen. Outside of that, you played an excellent game. Um, I'm definitely noticing that we have different styles because it seems like you're really like trying to mate really quickly. But I think this position might call for it because you have the pawn here on e5 right in his territory. Um, it's really enticing to do a rook lift like this. You know what? I'm not hating on it. And then that knight move, it just bothers me that the rook didn't get developed first. All right, just passing through here a little bit. Again, I like this. I like the tactical idea, although I don't know if it's the best move in the position or not. But I think it's really cool that you left these two pieces hanging to do it, knowing that your queen couldn't be attacked as well, and so that all these pieces wouldn't be hanging. So you would still be able to come back and consolidate everything. And again, I wanted this route with the knight. That's my preference. Again, I don't think you should just try to save that, and then things kind of collapsed from here. Yeah. All right. Well, great game. Thanks for sharing that. I really appreciate it. It's a lot of little tactical motifs in there, if that's the phrase. But that was really cool. And thanks for sharing it again. Thanks for joining the Discord. And I look forward to talking to you again in the future, whether on Twitch, Discord, or what have you. Again, if you guys are watching this and you're not part of the Discord, definitely consider joining the chess community. We analyze games. We occasionally do tournaments, not so much recently because I'm swamped, but we'll do a lot of chess activities in the summer for sure. So thanks for watching.